Okay, let's get caught up here in some Wmma news here, starting with the Rousey fight last week. That's what you want to call it. Yet another boring fight. They're bragging about the gate and the attendance. It's really not all that great compared to other sports. They can hype it up all they want, but if that's the best they can do, they are in a sorry state. Now all of a sudden, too, you're seeing all these fighters now getting signed. Why? Just a year ago, White was talking about how there's no talent in the women's division. Now he signs Rousey, and all of a sudden all these other fighters are following. And just last year he said there's no talent. I mean, just in a year's time now, all these women have gone out and gotten talented. It doesn't make any sense. There's something more going on there. I think he's just using Rousey again to make money. He figures every fight she has, no matter who's it's against, is going to draw. Well, draw on the scale he wants, not on a grand scale, because it's not there. Let's move around. I don't see him. But yes, a South Dakota legislator called MMA child porn of sports. I wouldn't go as far as calling it child porn. I don't know where that comes from. I think it's kind of stupid to call it child porn. It's I can understand what he's talking about. It being violent, and I agree with that part. That's not going to change. We can't change sports. The sports that are violent, like say boxing, football to a degree. But you can stop more sports, coming into the mainstream that are violent. The world doesn't need more violence in it, sports or otherwise. And I think this is probably what he's really talking about. I've been saying that too. Why add on to it, He's saying about health-wise, MMA keeps this propaganda going that, well, it's safe, nobody's been killed. That's because they've been extremely lucky. It's going to happen one day. It will happen. So the point of MMA is not to knock the other guy unconscious. It happens. Well, duh. And if you're throwing kicks and punches at somebody's head, what do you think's going to happen? The guy's going to get knocked out more likely. Again, this is just a stupidity. That's all it is. Like I said in other videos, it came out, MMA was great when it first started. It was truly a mixed martial arts. It had karate against wrestling. And both combatants stuck with what they did, Now all these fighters fight the same. You can't tell one from the other. They box a little, they wrestle a little. It's just stupid though. And that was kind of stupid on his part to call it child porn too. I don't know where he came up with that. So, yeah, I think that's kind of odd. He would call it child porn. It's porn to a certain end, especially the women's mixed martial arts is definitely porn. It has a porn background to it. If you watch my other videos, I explained it, how it's a fetish. Women wrestling each other is a fetish to a lot of men and women. I like that kind of thing. Again, there's nothing wrong with liking it, but should a sport been made out of something like that? I don't know. But getting back to the violence of MMA and how lucky they've been extremely lucky. And they said, well, there's been deaths in football. It's been decades since there's been a death in football. It's been at least 100 years since there's been a death in baseball. So it doesn't happen that frequency in any sport that there's deaths. Yeah, there probably is more in boxing than any other sport, but again, boxing's been around. You're not going to just end it. You can just stop adding on to it. And they have made boxing more safer. You know, they have a standing 8 count, things like that. MMA's been lucky. And luck's going to run out. I think within the next couple of years, you are going to see deaths in it. I predict it's either going to be from a kick to the head or a choke. That's going to kill somebody yet. And there's really no need for it. If it was up to me, I'd eliminate choking altogether. They're just asking for problems with that. Kicks to the head I would eliminate. Kicks to the body, okay. For men. Women shouldn't be doing it at all. That's kind of ridiculous. I think somebody else wrote an article about how fighters doing it because of motherhood or some ridiculous thing like that. See if I don't think I saved it. Now it's motherhood now because women are fighting. The thing's getting out of hand, and it's not getting any better with Dana White signing all these women, which just a year ago said didn't have any talent. And we'll see what it holds. And comment if you like.